Tabaristan, also known as Tapuria, was the name applied to Mazandaran, a province in northern Iran. Although the natives of the region knew it as Mazandaran, the region was called Tabaristan from the Arab conquests to the Seljuk period. Early history. The Imadians are believed to have been the earliest inhabitants of the region where modern-day Mazandaran and Gilan are located. The establishment of the early Great Kingdom dates back to about the 1st millennium BCE, when the Hyrcanian kingdom was founded with Satrakarta as its capital. Its extent was so large that for centuries the Caspian Sea was called the Hyrcanian Ocean. The first known dynasty were the Faratatians, who ruled some centuries before Christ. During the rise of the Parthians, many of the Amadians were forced into exile to the southern slopes of the Elburz Mountains, known today as Varaman and Gamzar, and the Tabaris replaced them in the region. During the indigenous Gashnaspian dynasty, many of the people adopted Christianity. In 418 CE, the Tapurian calendar was designed and its use implemented. The Gashnaspians ruled the region until 528 CE, when, after a long period of fighting, the Sasanian king Kavad I defeated the last Gashnaspian king. Medieval era. When the Sasanian Empire fell, Yazdijad III ordered Adar-Valash to cede the dominion to Spabd-Gil-Gavbara in 645 CE, while western and southern Gilan and other parts of Gil's domain merged under the name of Tapuria. He then chose Amol as capital of United Tapuria in 647 CE. The dynasty of Gil was known as Gavbara in Gilan, and as the Dabites in eastern Tapuria. Tabaristan was one of the last parts of Persia to fall to the Muslim conquest, maintaining resistance until 761, when local rulers became vassals of the Abbasid Caliphate. Even after this, Tabaristan remained largely independent of direct control of the Caliphate, and underwent numerous power struggles and rebellions. In the early 9th century, for example, a Zoroastrian by the name of Mazandaran rebelled, taking control of Tabaristan and persecuting Muslims before his ultimate execution in 839. After this rebellion, the territory was largely restored to the control of the Bavan dynasty, who ruled there as vassals of various successive empires, including the Seljuks, Khwarezmshah, and Mongols. The area of Tabaristan quickly gained a large Shiite element, and by 900, a Zaydi Shiite kingdom was established under the Alavids. While the Dabites were in plain regions, the Sokrayans governed the mountainous regions. The Vandad Hormozd ruled the region for about 50 years until 1034 CE. After 1125 CE, an increase in conversion to Islam was achieved not by the Arab caliphs, but by the Imam's ambassadors. Mazandaranis and Gilaks were one of the first groups of Iranians to convert directly to Shia Islam. Modern era. Tapuria remained independent until 1596, when Shah Abbas I Mazandarani on his mother's side incorporated Mazandaran into his Safavid Empire, forcing many Armenians, Circassians, Georgians, Kurds and Kayar Turks to settle in Mazandaran. Pietro della Valle, who visited a town near Pirozko in Mazandaran, noted that Mazandarani women never wore the veil and didn't hesitate to talk to foreigners. He also noted the extremely large amount of Circassians and Georgians in the region, and that he had never encountered people with as much civility as the Mazandaranis. Today, Persia proper, Fars, Mazandaran on the Caspian Sea and many other lands of this empire are all full of Georgian and Circassian inhabitants. Most of them remain Christian to this day, but in a very crude manner, since they have neither priest nor minister to tend them. After the Safavid period, the Qajars began to campaign south from Mazandaran with Aga Muhammad Khan, who already incorporated Mazandaran into his empire in 1782. On the 21st of March, 1782, Aga Muhammad Shah proclaimed Sari as his imperial capital. Sari was the site of local wars in those years, which led to the transfer of the capital from Sari to Tehran by Fath Ali Shah.